Welcome back to another episode of Aussie Google Earth Explorer. Today's episode is all about Armidale. Okay, this is a pretty requested place. A lot of people hit me in the DMs and also via the Google Sheet. And if you want something looked at on Aussie Google Earth Explorer, jump on there. You'll find a link in my bio and also in the video description. Just fill out why you want me to check it out, what's interesting about it. Now, Armidale is in the northern tablelands area of New South Wales. Okay, so anything. I guess this is like a mountain range here. This Guy Fawkes River National Park, Oxley Wild Rivers. You can see this mountain range here, Northern Tablelands, this side here, and it's very, very elevated. Okay, Armidale is actually Australia's highest city. I'm led to believe, a kilometre above sea level. You'd think it'd be somewhere in the national park, like Kosciuszko or whatever, but apparently it's Armidale, 1,000 meters above sea level. Okay, and this place is cold. Like really, really cold. A lot of people saying it snows in Armidale. A lot of people saying first place they saw snow was Armidale. Okay, so this is a cold town, and you can kind of tell because it's got this vibe about it. It's you see these type of trees, and the color of the grass. This looks like Bathurst. This looks like, just cold orange, Dubbo. Like it doesn't scream hot to me. I'm sure it gets pretty hot in the summer, but this is a cold place, right? This is a cold place. I guess probably it'd be a town of four seasons, right? Freezing in the winter, pretty hot in the summer, right? But what is Armidale? What's a little bit of history on Armidale, okay? Who founded this place? What's going on in Armidale? A fella by the name of John Oxley, okay, came through here. And like a lot of Australian towns, originally they're set up as like pastoral lands, all right? People growing crops, but mainly sheep, all right? It's wool, it's sheep. Can you have enough grass? Can you have sheep? And a couple guys came through here and were like, yeah, this is a good place to have sheep. Let's set up a little town. But it was not long after that they found some gold nearby, tin, copper, other sort of metals. And so, again, like a lot of towns in New South Wales and Victoria, there was a bit of a gold rush in this area. So it was a wealthy town. Armidale had a lot of money from minerals and also from wool. And so that's why this place was set up, and that's why it's got such a rich history. There's a couple of these big churches in Armidale. The two main churches or cathedrals, St. Peter's Anglican Cathedral and St. Mary and Joseph's Catholic Cathedral in Armidale. And you won't be able to see them from Google Earth because we can only see the 2D version here, but I'll chuck a couple photos in here just to show you how big these places are because they are beautiful, ancient-looking cathedrals right in the center of Armidale. It's pretty sick. But let's have a little zoom around here. Let's check it out. Let's see what we got going on in Armidale. What can we see? What can we see in Armidale that's interesting? All right, what do we got here? Negs. Is that a school? They've written it on the roof. Okay, and some sort of like, what is this, Old English writing here, Negs. That's like, your mate's cousin. He's got, a tat on his chest, my brother's keeper or whatever. That's the type. That's the font that they would use. Negs. Is Negs a school? It's got to be a school, man. Because it's got this little hat. And that means scholar. That's a scholarly symbol. Now, I'm going to be honest here. If I'm Negs, I wouldn't have gone with the Bogan font for the writing on the roof. This to me brings down the class factor a little bit. This to me brings back the polish off Negs. I would have gone with more of a classic, maybe Times New Roman, Helvetia, or whatever it's called. I don't like that unless this is a school for the Eshays, for the Adelaides, I guess for the Northern Tablelands thug. Okay, if this is a Northern Tablelands thug factory, then that typeface, that font suits it. But if not, I think you've probably missed the trick there, Negs. Sorry to neg on you. Sorry to be negative, Negs, but that just don't know about that. Alrighty, what have we got here? More schools, mate. There's a lot of schools. This is the Armidale Secondary College, and this is set up like a jail. Now, a lot of jails have this central area and then all these little wings attached to it. We did a video on jails. If you want to see that, check it out on my page. Australia's most dangerous jails, it was called. We went to Goulburn, we went to Long Bay, we went to, Silver Water, whatever, all the big ones. And they're all kind of set up like this. They had all these wings here, right? So the Armidale Secondary College is set up like a jail. Now, I don't know if that's a bit of a nod to the future of the pupils. I hope not. I hope in the Northern Tablelands they're setting up our future generations. But maybe you go to Armidale Secondary College, and then if things don't work out, guess where you're going? Negs. Going to Negs with the bogan tattoo. Negs. All right, enough of that. Sorry, Negs, another drive-by on you here. Alrighty, what do you got? The Shambrook Avenue Dog Park. Dog parks are weird places. I walked past the dog park the other day. They had it separated. Big dog, medium dog, little dog area. But there was one big dog for some reason in the little dog area, and it was absolutely going to town, terrorizing all these little dogs. The owner was on their phone, not looking. It was chaos. I had to sit down and just drink my coffee and just watch it unfold because it was pure comedy. Pure comedy. All right, what do we got here? This is obviously a golf club. What's it called? Armidale Golf Club. Doesn't have a label on it. But let's look here at the Armidale Golf Club. Let's check it out. We got the first, what I would assume would be the first tee right here. Okay, this is the first tee and is a split fairway, right? So this is probably the first and the 10th tee. So you play the front 9 and then you play the back 9. You tee off from the same place, but you're playing down the left or the right of the front fairway here. So that's the Armidale Golf Club. They're saving space. And there's nothing worse than a golf club when you play 9 holes one way, you finish over here, and then if you want to just play 9, you got to walk all the way back again. So I actually appreciate this setup. You finish 9, bang, you're done. You're at the clubhouse, couple schooners, packet of Doritos. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming. Alrighty, what do we got here? Now, so Armidale is a university town, University of New England. Okay, University of New England. And hold on a second, I'm seeing something strange. We've got the Hobbit Preschool and Childcare Centre. All right, so they've got some hobbits here. They've got some Lord of the Rings action going on here, right? So little Frodo Baggins, Bilbo Baggins, that's where they went. So I thought that they were from, the name escapes me, Hobbit Town. Is it called? I'm not sure. Hobbitsville. But they had little circular doors. That's interesting. So they're from Armidale. So Frodo Baggins must have gone here, Hobbit Preschool and Childcare Centre. That's very interesting development on this video. I didn't know we were going to get a bit of that Lord of the Rings section going on. So this is Middle Earth. Interesting. So this is Middle Earth here, and that explains a few things. So you got the Mordor must be nearby or not nearby because it's actually a long and treacherous journey, a perilous journey that they had to take in the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit. So yeah, interesting. Frodo Baggins went here, Hobbit Preschool. That's good to know. All right, we're moving on here. And this is it. This is the University of New England. All right, the University of New England. And all unis kind of look the same. Like they're not really doing too much for me. Building, law, greenhouse complex, blah, 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 animal house. Actually, guys, this is reminding me of something. So let me tell you a little yarn about Armidale. Armidale has nearby one of Australia's largest marijuana farms. Okay, now the irony of that being in Armidale, which is Australia's highest city, 1,000 metres above sea level, is not escaping me. So I'm thinking that the University of New England here, we got the greenhouse complex house number 2. Now, is this a part of the greenhouse program? If you catch my drift, is this that they're testing new strains here? Perhaps they come down here, the greenhouse complex. Maybe this is where they develop them and then they send them back to the greenhouse. But Armidale is growing a huge amount of medical marijuana, pharmaceutical grade, weed, I guess you'd say. Not sure if you can say that name on here, but it is what it is. That's what they're doing. That is what they're doing. And they might have a bit of a partnership here with the university. Might have a little bit of partnership with the university. What else have they got? Okay, they got the Milton building. They've got the mosque. Okay. There's not really much going on at the university. There's not really much going on. I just don't see too much to talk about here. Looks like a uni to me, guys. Looks like a uni to me. I'm sure they had a lot of fun out here in Armidale. I mean, country unis are fun. Actually, in the DMs, a little story about Armidale and the uni here. Someone sent me a message and said that one of the first towns that they ever got those e-scooters, so kind of like ride or green lime scooters, was Armidale, because the uni, right? So this guy in the DM said that they dropped them all off, and a lot of these uni kids in the sciences and the engineering kids stole the scooters, took all the GPS trackers out of them, chucked them on the bus, and then they were riding the scooters around for free. So there's a little bit of a stolen scooter identity going on in Armidale, thanks to that guy in the DMs letting me know about that story. So if that's true or not, I'm not sure, but the things people say. All right, what else we got in Armidale? Now, there's parts of Armidale out here that are actually really, really beautiful. And it's these, here we go, the Dangar Falls. Now, Dangar Falls is 120 meters high, and you can sort of see, this is 2D, so it's never going to be amazing, but it's it's 3D. Sick, mate. So where's the falls at? So this must be the falls a little bit here. Dangar Falls, so Salisbury Waters. This is 120 meters high, but that is not actually the biggest falls. This is not the biggest one in the area. The biggest one in the area is called, and we might be able to just jag a look at it here. I wonder if we could just find it. Man, look at the mountains through here. This is it, dude. This is what you want, mate. If I went to the Armidale Uni, I'd be out here in the national park all the time going mountain biking. I'm sure there's trout in these rivers. Man, look at these mountains. Dude, look at this. I'm G'd up from these mountains. Mate, Armidale's sick for the mountains. That's what I'm talking about. All right, here we go. And this is it, mate. This is it. This is the big daddy. Wollombi. I don't know how to say it, but this is the biggest waterfall in Australia. Is it in New South Wales? Yeah, the highest waterfall in New South Wales. This is it. 220 meters. Mate, I'll put a photo here to show you what it looks like, because you can't really see it that well, but man, this is a staunch waterfall. It's either on this side, main falls. So it's there. It's probably that. Yeah. Because this is the river enters into their Chandler River. So it's there. This must be the waterfalls. New South Wales' biggest waterfall here, 220 meters. Man, sick. I don't know about you guys, but every time I go to a waterfall, I just imagine myself in a wooden barrel going over the edge. It's it's a cartoon-esque idea. I think it's kind of like a bit Tom and Jerry, or like an American cartoon concept. When I went to Niagara Falls in America, I was on the Canadian side, I believe. So the good side. I don't know if you guys knew this, but there's two sides to Niagara Falls. There's one that's the American side, and then there's one that's the Canadian side. And the American side one's not very good, but the Canadian side one is sick, and it's a lot bigger, and you can get a lot closer. But when I went there, the only thing I was thinking about is, mate, imagine if I was in a wooden barrel going over the edge of this thing, like in the cartoons. I could not get the image out of my head. It was so strange. It was kind of like it's like when you're driving a car and you're driving past a truck and you're like, I could do it. It's just this weird thing. But I'm telling you, these mountain ranges this is gold, mate. Look at this, dude. I'm loving this. I could spend a lifetime through here camping, exploring, fishing. You better believe there's fishing opportunities around here. I'm blown away by this. And I'm loving that Google has 3D'd it for us. Beautiful. Look at this. Look at this, man. This is stunning. I got to get out here. I got to check this out for myself. This is nice. I'm getting a little bit taken away from the original video, but that's given us a lot. Let's go back to Armidale because I'm getting a bit sidetracked. Here. And actually, I've got to tell you a little story. And this is a sad story about Armidale. Now, I think moving forward when we make these videos, I want to talk about the local teams, the local football teams, because country towns in Australia, the football teams, the AFL, the NRL teams, they often have fun names. They often have interesting stories, you know. But unfortunately, as far as I could see, the Armidale Rams, which is the Armidale Rugby League team, has forfeited the 2025 season due to lack of interest and availability of their senior players. So they don't even have a Group 19 Rugby League team anymore, Armidale. Shame on you. You can't even pull a team together to compete. Now, I actually checked this because the footy finals are on this weekend and some good teams around here, okay? Tingha Tigers, apparently they're in the final against Inverell. All right, there you go. Inverell versus Tingha Tigers. This is a Group 19 final or semi-final or whatever. I don't know what it is, but it's the Group 19 teams. This is what's happening. And let's have a little look actually at Inverell. What's going on in Inverell here? Because we've come all the way out here. Might as well have a little cheeky look at Inverell. And I've never even heard of this joint before, but let's just have a little boost around here. The McIntyre River, okay, 10-pin bowling, the Academy of Sport, Inverell High School. I mean, it's just a standard little town, really, isn't it? Couple churches. I wonder where there's any cults. Where's a big cult out in Australia? I want to check out a cult and see like a compound. If anyone knows of any cults with compounds, send me a DM. I want to check that out because I'd love to see they got some facilities out there or whatever they're doing, how they're organising their troops. You know, I want to check out like a Jonestown kind of situation before it all goes kaput. Before it all goes a bit wild. But, all right, big lake. They got a big lake, Lake Inverell. That's pretty sick. I hope I'm saying the name right, Inverell. Bird watching. Bird watching is an interesting thing. I'm not sure if I'm ever going to get into bird watching because I'm getting older, right? I'm 33 now, and everyone jokes like white 33-year-old guys like golf, check. I love golf. Fishing, check. I love to fish. And people are saying bird watching is a thing. I don't think I'm going to get into bird watching. But I have a very strong opinion on Australia's best birds. I think clearly the best bird in Australia is the kookaburra. There is no way at all you can compete with the kookaburra. I don't care who you are. I don't care Eastern Rosella. I don't care magpie. I don't care who you're gonna throw up against the kookaburra, and you can't beat them, mate. They're part of the kingfisher family. All right, that's where they got that long sort of beak, bill, whatever you want to call it. And when you see a proud Australian kookaburra nestled high in a gum tree, looking for its prey, looking for a worm, looking for a little bug, all right, and they do that, they hit you with that noise, and a moment of appreciation for my kookaburra noise just there, because that was top tier. You can't beat the Australian kookaburra. You can't beat it. All right? So if I ever got into bird watching, I'd have a book. My book would have one page, kookaburra, tick, I'm done. All right? Tick, I'm done. I don't want to do any more. Too good, mate. Too good. All right, let's go back to Armidale. One more look at Armidale, and then we'll call it quits because we might find something out here in Armidale. We might find a hidden gem. And that's what the best thing about Aussie Google Earth Explorer is. You find these little hidden gems, right? Sometimes you got to go out. And you go, ooh, Transgrid substation. Is that really what this is? Yes, it does appear to be exactly what it looks like, a substation. Okay. Now it looks like there's some sort of What is this? Some sort of mining, or maybe that might be the town filtration, water filtration plant. Interesting. Anything else? Is there anything else we can see here in Armidale? Or we might be scraping the bottom of the barrel here. We might be scraping the bottom of the barrel. A lot of schools. I'm seeing a lot of schools. That might do us for Armidale. Team. I hope you enjoyed this video. We've had a long look around. We've explored the history. We've seen negs. That's got to be a highlight with the stupid writing on the roof. I don't know what that is. But we've looked at Inverell. We've looked at those amazing waterfalls. Dangar Falls. Wollolombi, however you say it. Please, if you're in the area, mate, check out those falls, because that has got to be top New South Wales stuff right there. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you want me to look at anything on Aussie Google Earth Explorer, please hit me in the Instagram DMs, follow me on Instagram, or get into the Google form. It is in my bio, and I'll also link it in the description at the end of this video. Let me know where you want me to explore next, and I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.